Hey, Baseline Talk Podcast. How you doing? This is Swift.
This your boy Corey.
And we have a special guest today. You know, we're honored to have her. We wanted to bring her on because we really wanted to give her a personal congratulations and just kind of talk about her journey throughout her career. But we have Coach Jessica Linson.
Coach Linson. Coach Linson. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. And congratulations to your new job, Wylie High School.
Wylie High Pirates. Nice. Let's go.
Nice. I mean, how did that happen? Was that, was it, I'm just trying to figure out, did you know this was going to be your last year? Or did you kind of say, okay, I'm thinking about moving on? Just kind of.
Oh, okay. So I just finished my master's in educational administration.
Oh, congratulations.
So I was like, okay, what is my next step? What's my next journey? Mm-hmm. I was leaning toward athletic administration. But we're in Texas, football world.
Right.
So, and I'm a female.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, this may be not for me. So I had already kind of taken a step back from basketball. So
okay.
That was already
Okay.
done. Okay. Uh-huh. But then I heard about Wylie. And I was like,
attractive.
Yeah, this is attractive. Up and coming community. Demographics are changing.
Nice. True.
Saw a need for myself, reminding me a little bit of Plano East.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit kind of like that type of culture.
Right. Kind of diverse.
Yeah. Diverse.
Yeah.
Really not prepared for the shift.
Right.
That's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So did a little research. They actually reached out to me.
Nice.
After they kind of heard I was interested, and they reached out to me, and it got finalized the last day of school.
Man, she said not prepared for the shift. That was.
We can talk.
Yeah, you said not prepared for the shift. So
yeah.
So what's the struggle? What's hard? How are they not prepared for the shift? And when you say shift, do you mean diversity?
Cultures, diversity.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Diversity. I was at Plano East.
Okay.
So I learned about kind of the lack of diversity in those areas up north.
Nice.
When at Plano East, I was the only black head coach.
I didn't know that.
Big old Plano East.
Huh?
Wow.
People don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was the only black female.
So would you say this type of job is kind of meant for you?
Yes.
You're prepared and
yes.
And yeah.
Just from my background, being at Geyer, before Geyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Geyer, being at Crowley.
And just having that crossover appeal, being able to, kind of mix.
Fit in both worlds.
Yeah, right.
Kind of fit in both worlds and fit a need that's needed for the kids.
Okay. So is Wylie similar to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
very diverse.
Okay. Are they ready for the shift, or it's kind of?
They're ready.
Okay, good.
They're ready.
Gotcha.
They actually had Reggie Bibb, who used to be at Hillcrest.
Okay.
Is over the diversity and inclusion
at
Wylie.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they're ready for the shifts.
Well, that's good. Swift, we had one of her players in our top 10, preseason top 10.
From Wylie?
Yeah.
Really?
Peyton Miller.
Peyton Miller.
Yeah,
okay.
Peyton Miller, she'll be a senior. Senior there this year. So, there's talent there.
Yeah, some talent in
Peyton
Wylie.
Morgan. She plays with Texas Youth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a good little young talent.
Okay.
Maya Collins, she plays on Pro Skills 14 team.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
You want to be
Nice.
It's Ronnie, who plays with Big U. She's a big 6'1", 6'2". Long-term basketball kid.
Okay, exactly. Kind of where is Wylie located?
Murphy, Plano. It's literally in the middle of all of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Murphy, Plano, Parker. It's like smack dab in the middle.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, I think they made it to the first round of the playoff. Yeah, lost a horn in the first round.
Lost a horn.
I don't think maybe a player was hurt. One of their starters was hurt and everything. Right. But they fought pretty good.
Had a good year. We're first place in district.
Okay.
They got first place in district. So
okay.
Everybody's coming back.
Okay.
Everything.
Yeah. stepping in a different direction, Coach Linson, Coach Jessica Linson, she's kind of different in the basketball world. I know Coach Linson is a high school coach, an AAU coach. I mean, she coached with DFW Elite.
Right.
She coached Pro Skills. She coached at SOC. She coached at Plano East.
Cedar Hill.
I mean, but she took pride in doing both, So, I mean, kind of what was that like? And I mean, to any other coaches out there, is there some benefits to it, or what do you?
Oh yeah. I think one of the best qualities about myself is I have a diverse toolkit, and I think sometimes coaches, we have a tendency, we want to skip the process or not go have certain experiences in certain places. But those experiences have created who I was,
Nice.
who I am now. So
Nice.
like we were talking earlier, I was a middle school coach.
Mm-hmm.
How many high school coaches can probably say
They were
that
middle
they
school.
were middle school coaches?
Right.
It fits a need because I can develop. I'm not scared to develop.
Okay. So, what do you say to the high school coach that don't get along with AAU coaches, really don't like the AAU world? What type of advice or wisdom do you give?
You better get along with them. I mean, it's just the fact. Like, I started out with you, and I was like 23, coaching like babies, and then now I had my experience with pro skills. So I've been on both sides.
Right.
I think it's lack of understanding how they really help each other out.
Okay, and can you kind of explain that for us?
I think as a coach, you have to understand how the landscape of college recruiting has changed.
Yeah, that's big. It makes sense.
Let's be for real. Like example at East, I had the Kayla Coopers, the Navias. You're flooded with coaches. I was able to help facilitate some of that. But maybe at another school, like for example SOC, they need AAU to get that exposure,
Right.
because of where they're at. So it has to be a marriage between both, because you can't have one separated without the other.
So, as a high school coach, so the reverse, what is your recommendation to AAU coaches about the fostering that relationship with the high school coaches?
I think you have to extend out and be careful of not stepping on people's toes.
Okay.
And respect each other's time. So like for example with us, my Wylie kids, tell them today, hey, I know y'all got AAU. Let's communicate.
Nice.
Just communicate with me. My job, I feel like, is the summer is to make sure you're healthy.
Yeah.
It's not my job to kill you because I'm tossing you to your AAU coach. My job is to support your AAU program as best as I can right now.
Nice.
So my job is to make you healthy. My job is to allow you to put up shots
Nice.
and to work on what you need to work on to get better.
Right.
That may look like me calling the AAU coach, hey, what's up? What she got going on? What in your eyes do you think she needs to get better at? What are these college coaches saying? How do I got to make her better? So I think you have to humble yourself on both sides.
Man, that's the big word. Humble yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Both sides.
Yeah.
And the blaming needs to stop.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say decrease. I'm saying it needs to
Yeah.
stop, because I hear AAU coaches saying, "Man, they ain't taught them, nothing."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
that's not
But
fair.
AAU's not situated. But it's so much into that. Like I've learned with AAU, you're building a team in like a month.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. So there's really not much cohesiveness you can get.
We're trying to get the best product out.
Right.
And versus high school, I mean, our time's restricted too. A lot of it's so many reasons why the development might not be there. Hey, and not all coaches are developers. Like,
Right. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I just think we need to kind of get some clarity to the parents, because we're for the coaches, high school coaches, AAU coaches, and the parents. But I want to get some clarity on where you've been on both sides.
Yes.
Where do that scholarship normally come from? Is it college coaches beating down the high school door and watching their schedule and going out to their games, or is it the college coaches attending events?
I think it depends what type of program you have.
Okay.
The Duncanville DeSotos, they're beating down the doors.
Right. But everybody's not Duncanville DeSoto.
Me emerging, like when I was at Plano East, I got the attention, but I knew they still needed AAU too.
Right.
So I knew where it was coming from. It's different. Like me being at SOC, I learned a lot football. Those kids get scholarships through SOC.
Right. Through football.
Yeah,
Right.
through football. It's not 7-on-7.
Right.
It's football.
Right.
Basketball's not like that. It just is what it. It just is what it is.
So the summer is assisting these kids getting scholarships.
Yes.
Okay.
The summer gets kids and get coaches into my school.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, parents need to know that. They need to know that.
Yeah, like it does, because their interest, they start getting the calls, and the coach starts calling me.
Right. That makes sense. So if it's an average high school, like say I'm in McKinney or, somewhere like that, as a parent, do I expect, because my daughter's averaging 30 points, should I expect college coaches to be beating down her door?
It's still your high school job to sell, though.
Right.
I believe it's still my responsibility,
That's
which
true.
I have learned that in my coaching. It's still my responsibility to be involved in the recruiting, not to lean so much. It's a partnership.
Right.
It's about your partnership. If she's averaging 30, that's great. Let's make sure your high school coach is getting the information out, getting it out to coaches.
But is it uncommon to go unnoticed? Like, can you still go unnoticed from being on both sides? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
There's a kid in Rice right now.
Rice,
that's
right.
Been averaging some really good numbers. Who's basically
Off a list is slim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can easily. You can. I mean, I see it in Dallas. There's kids that are, averaging 20.
Yeah, that's true.
A game.
Yeah, because I
mean, example, Kaylee Carr, who's now at Texas U, who was 16s, who could play.
She went play the WT White, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now she's made that move. And you can see, I bet, her recruiting is going to rise.
Right. That's true.
Versus her staying somewhere else and
Exactly.
just busting heads at WT White.
Exactly. And a lot of times I feel like it's not the high school coach's fault. It's just the schedule of the college coaches.
Yes.
They can't just go to hundreds of thousands of high schools and recruit.
I learned that too.
Yeah.
That's a part of it too.
Yeah.
I learned that too. They were like, a bunch of compliance issues. We can't go here and go there.
And you don't have enough time to, when in summer you can get them at one stop and go recruit.
Right.
Because
they do have like a recruiting day. If they go to Plano, what was it? Plano
East.
If you go to Plano East, and you got 2 recruits that could hit them for 2 recruiting days.
Right.
As opposed to, they got 1 visit, but it's
Right.
they're docking them for 2.
That's true. And some of them have a budget. Like if you're Ohio State, you just can't come to Texas and go to SOC, go to Plano East, go to Wylie, go to McKinney. You got to catch them at a tournament or some even a high school holiday tournament.
Right.
But you just don't have the budget to fly that many times. So
I think it's even when that on the AAU side, when the offers or the attention or the evaluations or exposure comes from AAU, we still need to communicate. We still need to work together.
You're right.
I think that's
important.
and I'm gonna say that from the AAU side because it's easy for us to stick out our chest and say, well, you got that offer while you was playing with us,
right?
And not give the high school coach any credit,
right?
Or whatsoever. And I think there's just always been this beef.
That friction.
Friction. It's been this friction, that's been hard to just undo.
Yeah, because in all actuality, that college coach is going to build a relationship with both.
Yes.
They go build a relationship with the AU coach and the high school coach.
Right.
Cause so they work hand
I'm
in
not
hand.
even coaching this year, and I still have coaches call. Like just off the summer.
Right.
Hey, what you got?
Right.
What you got?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, like
just
you
know.
still.
Yeah. Like I'm still. What you got at your high school? Like I still have like coaches calling just off of those relationships.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because as a college coach, once they know you kind of connected, you always connected.
Right.
You know, it's always okay. She's a coach that sees talent, that gets out there, not at home in the summer, you know, on vacation, but really out there, you know, whether it's trying to get better with her craft or watching her players. So it's they're definitely gonna pick your brain. Yeah.
So
Parents, players,
what you got for us, Swift?
man, if y'all looking for more exposure, register now for the Baseline Talk Exposure Package.
Exposure package?
Man, it's the exposure packages. This is something special because sometimes, you know, exposure is priceless. And recruiting can become stressful, especially this time of year.
Ooh, you know, it's July and somebody ain't got something on the plate.
Yeah, and for those players that's on the bubble, we got something real special for you. It's called the Baseline Exposure Package, and please register now. Contact us for more details.
All right, he don't let you know. The exposure package is right there. Click right here for more details.
Now,
They'll call me about like kids. They need offers. Like who's the coach? Like you're talking about a sleeper. Hey coach, you see somebody that's sleeper? Like we'll have those conversations.
Nice.
But you're not coaching this summer.
I'm not.
This is your first time not coaching in how many summers?
Oh my gosh. 4?
Yeah.
Is it relaxing?
Very much so.
Did you choose not to coach to complete your master's, or you just
Complete my master's and just you learn a lot.
yeah?
Take
When
a
you're
break.
when you're on that other side, and it's a lot. When you like go from coaching high school and then you go to coaching, it's literally like a high school. Well, worse than that. Like,
Yeah, it kind of just takes away from your life a little bit,
Right,
you know.
right.
and when it started being not fun,
Yeah.
it was just kind of like.
Then you need your rest.
Yeah.
You know, you do
was
need your
gone.
rest. You know, the high school season is longer. Then you got basically 2 weeks break, and then you got a long AAU season. You know, and you was an EYBL coach.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
had a really good team.
Well, that's another kind of question I want to ask you. You know, you being a coach for so long on both sides. What advice would you give to not the coach, but the person that's in a relationship with a coach? Like, you know, because it's tough. It's tough having been in a relationship and being a coach. So what are some patient type qualities that you have to have when you dealing with a coach, and vice versa when you're a coach? What are some things that you have to do to maybe keep some fire in the relationship? Yeah.
Funny. Okay, so the person like you're dating, you have to attempt to understand the sport.
That's true. That's true. That's
Like,
true.
You have to involve yourself in, like, you have to involve yourself in my life. Like, we got to be able to come home and talk basketball. Like, we got to debrief about it. We got to be able to talk. What's going on? We got no personnel. We got to talk.
That's true.
So that's probably the first thing.
Yeah, that's
like
the first
number
thing.
one, because it's my life.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
You're puzzled? Why you puzzled?
Well, I agree. And I'm just thinking, okay, what if the person is a computer programmer?
You're gonna come up with the stat program that's gonna help me with something.
But are you going to be just as interested in algorithms and code? And
Teach me.
Okay.
It's my responsibility to be into your world too.
Okay, so that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you're interested, learn a little bit about what they love and vice versa.
We both. We're a
Right.
team. Other thing, be confident is being a female. We're male dominated.
Yes,
So you really have to you know, if you're be confident and be okay that I'm not gonna be there.
Right.
I'm working.
And I have I want to talk about or ask a question about, you know, in a male dominated, and you being a female in the space that all the players are females, which is weird. And I say it's weird because that shouldn't be the case.
Shouldn't be.
You know, it should be female dominated. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
With a speckle of males, but are males kind of like, I seen this on Twitter, and a coach said, you know, a referee just comes up and just says, you know, the craziest things to me in front of my kids, trying to hit on me, and and you know, and I just can't believe they said it in front of my kids. And so, are there some instances, sexism, some disrespectful things going on, or things that said, or do they come on to coaches? Do they say things out of line, or say things out of line in front of your parents, or even your players, or, you know?
I have
this stuff needs to be.
I've been coaching 15, 16 years. I've never been disrespected.
Really?
Never.
This particular coach said, you know, during the game, you know, referee running down the court said, "Man, you look nice. Man, you sure look good."
That's not disrespect in me. I probably not to me though.
Yeah.
I'll probably try to give me a call later.
Yeah, you got a little thick.
Yeah.
You got thick skin.
Yeah,
You
I'm
got
a
thick
little.
skin.
Yeah, I'm a little thicker skin. Like that wouldn't bother me. I'd probably be like, all right, let's get this called in.
So
That's me, though.
so they do flirt.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's flirting.
Okay.
I mean, like me and Lauren. Yeah, it's flirting. It's flirting. That happens, but I don't see that as like. That's a part of the game. Like being an attractive female in this what we do, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, does that happen, or is there any difference if that happens in the school day, from like assistant principal? You just got thick skin, whether you coaching or
she been in the world so long, and probably got brothers. You know
I have two older brothers, a dad that played football. Like it's, I mean, the experience, the tool belts that I have.
Right.
You've had all these experiences. Like I don't take that offensive.
Okay.
So would you say you have to be, when you're dating a coach, you have to be patient, like as far as
a lot of patience.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be the same thing for me. You know, if I'm dating a coach, I have to, let's say they coach football in Texas. It's patience on me. You know, they're not here, film, they're with their kids. Like, all of that matters. It's patience on my end, too, and having an understanding.
So do you run into those type issues sometimes, you know?
Yeah, because you don't have time.
Right.
But at some point, you got to put it aside. And
Yeah,
say,
okay.
No, I'm not dealing with basketball, or our conversations won't be about basketball. Like, hey, we're not talking about football, you're not talking about basketball. Like, that's healthy to have.
Nice.
Well, that's because it's hard to turn off.
Yeah, it is.
The being the basketball coach.
That is.
You know, you might just be sitting at home when you're supposed to be watching Netflix game planning.
Right, in your mind. What are we gonna do?
Cool.
Yeah. So, is basketball something that you kind of visualize yourself doing for a long time, or do you have other goals?
I have other goals.
Okay.
I want to get into like athletic administration.
Okay.
You're seeing a slimmer number of people coaching, and I'm their mentor for the year, and like you're there to like help them through the process. And yeah, it's low. They're having trouble finding coaches.
I wish I could put my finger on why, because I mean there's still the same number of players. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're matriculating through college, they're graduating, but they're just coaching in something that they maybe not want to do, huh?
I've reached out to a few, or Texas has changed the certification, like all those things. A lot of kids like don't want to do that, but yeah, it's a career path that's losing numbers.
Do you have to teach now? Like what is your?
I teach.
Okay, you teach. Okay, yeah.
I teach.
A whole day? Or?
Four
Okay,
periods,
okay.
and then athletics.
Okay,
so
nice.
that's not bad.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's not bad.
Is it the pay? You feel like, or what's kind of causing it? You know,
probably pay a little bit of pay, the hours.
Yeah, that's probably big.
Know,
the hours,
the type of hours you're putting in now. I mean, yeah, because you're gonna get tapped out at some point unless you're at those bigger schools.
Well, I know from a selfish standpoint, you know, I want you to stay coaching longer than you probably want to.
Yeah.
And because, you know, I think it's beneficial to the ladies, but again, I'm gonna be selfish, beneficial to our young black ladies when we see, you know, black coaches like yourself, you know, on the sidelines. More than happy for Coach Carlisa. And she's moved on to athletic administration and everything. Congratulations to her, but you know, we lost a really good coach, you know, a really good black female coach, and everything. Coach Carruthers, that's another one, you know. So I mean, like, that's why I say I want you to stay as long as possible. Until, you know, we can get some mentees in there and get them, you know, some of these Keenum A's, some of these, you know, some of these young bright minds in there, you know, and not just black females, just more females.
Yeah, just
more females, period, you know, and everything. I'm a male, of course, but, you know, I've been with the DFW Elite program since 2008, and I would love to see more female coaches. You know, it's just, you know, it's a little bit of a challenge.
I noticed that with EYBO, when I was at EYBO, I was very surprised, like the lack of women.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It should be the reverse.
Yeah,
it really should be the reverse.
Very surprised.
There's not many women coaches on the boys EYBO side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it should be. I would like to see more. I wish I knew how to recruit and retain more. You know, I just haven't figured. You know, I haven't figured that out. But not just EYB, it's just in the girls.
In general, in girls sports.
Yeah, in girls sports, you know, I don't know what it's like in softball or soccer or whatever.
It's low all around.
Yeah.
It's they're just Texas is having trouble finding coaches.
Well, we need to figure this out. You know?
It's an issue.
Yeah, we need to figure this out. You know, it's young female players that's graduating college. She said it here first. You know, there's opportunities for you. You know, the pay is all right. And, you know, you get to, you know, meet great people and learn from great people. You know, you just jump on in there, you know.
But now, you know, these school districts are paying a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The pay is like decent now. You don't even necessarily have to be certified anymore.
See?
Yeah, you know that they'll put you in DOI, which is like a program like they'll help you get your certification.
Yeah.
It's changing. The landscape is changing because they need coaches.
Right. So let's talk about your new venture and everything. And do a lot of your kids play this summer?
Yes, a lot of them do.
Really?
Which I was very, very pleased.
Yeah. What about your feeder schools, your middle schools? Have you had a chance to?
And not yet, but we had like a little camp of champs up there. So we had like about 40 girls from 3rd to 6th.
Oh, okay.
Which is impressive.
Yeah.
We had skills today. We had like 25 7th to 8th graders.
Okay.
It was good.
A lot of high schools, I think in June, they kind of, you know, can work with the kids. What, like I know, like our kids, you know, they come in and like, we already done spent 2 hours working out today, or maybe 3 or whatever. So I have to kind of scale back on everything, because I know the kids are just, you know, they're spent. They're spent. They're spent and everything. I'm sure you're already into an off season. Just started.
Today was our first day.
Okay.
Today was our first day.
So how do you take into account like what the kids are doing with their programs
Yes,
now? Or
you have to. But
Okay.
that goes to the relationships, what we're talking about with AAU
Yeah.
and basketball. You have to get a pulse on the programs to know what your kids are doing.
Okay.
So you'll know, like, for example, if kids got guards, like 2 of my kids got guard camp, like Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're not going to be there. You're going to come show up for the lift, and then you're going to leave. You're going to go to guard camp.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I have a young lady that does other sports. So she's getting up at 6 doing her cross country run. There's no reason for her to do
the run
with me when she's already doing it.
Right.
It's strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
I think that's on the high school coach.
Yeah. You need to know what all the kids
that's
are
my
doing.
responsibility to know what all the kids are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to know it, because also my job is to protect their bodies.
Right.
And you want to make sure they're at their best peak level when they go to these AAU tournaments.
Right.
But that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's support.
Right.
We're working together.
Right.
Because but that goes to the season. Trainers, AAU guys, hey, fine tune them during the season for me. Get the skill work in that I necessarily can't do because I'm working team.
Right.
That's where the relationship circles back.
Right. I mean, what you think created the beef? Why do you think there is any beef anyway? You know,
Egos.
It's egos. Egos. Yeah.
It's just egos.
And then sometimes they play the parents. Yeah, kind of.
Well, that might have a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
I forgot about the let's just say the high school plays a certain style.
Yes,
does not tend to how the kid is trained.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got a really, really ugly beef.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why they playing, this 5'11" kid at the post. Well, she the tallest one,
On
right.
the team.
Right. She's gotta play. She's
Right.
gotta play there.
Right. Yeah, and the parents stuck with, okay, I'm training her to be a 3.
Right.
But for a high school team, she's playing the post.
But the challenge to the parent, you got to think what program matches the high school program.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Because what do you think about that? I mean, a 5'11" kid playing the post, and I know she might be the tallest, but in your mind, is it getting her college ready?
No.
Okay.
But that's on me.
Right. Gotcha. Accountability.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's on
big.
me. Like, for us, she might be in the post, but she still got to get some wing work in because in college, that's where she's going to be.
Right.
Example, like Denavia.
Yeah.
She's a great example.
Yeah.
Played the 4 for me, but we pulled her out when we needed to pull her out. When we needed to get a bucket, D went down there because she was such a mismatch.
Right.
And when she...
how's she doing at SMU? No.
Good tore ACL, but I think she should be, because she tore it early.
Okay.
Early last summer. So she should be coming back.
Okay.
So she's gonna be, but she's a kid. That's a great example.
She is.
But mismatch. But I had to do my job.
So high school coaches need to understand that then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 ways.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But the relationship, you talking to college coaches. I remember a kid like Denavia, we had a conversation. The coach was like, hey, she's got to look leaner. She's going to have to play on the 3. Okay, D. Hey, we got to lean you out. You're going to have to play some 3.
Do y'all wish y'all could get more coaches looking at y'all y'all babies, y'all daughters?
Because sometimes what's going on in the game, it never make it to the coaches, but we got a blow-up package for them, Swift.
We got the baseline talk blow-up package. And that blow-up package is something that y'all really, really need, and it's something that you will really, really love. I mean, that baseline blow-up package is exactly it. It's going to blow you up.
It's going to blow you up, man. We have put together an amazing exposure package that includes a video workout.
Includes a video workout, a voiceover, evaluation from the workout, which when we do the voiceover, we'll really highlight your strengths and abilities that will help take that college team to the next level. And it's something that you just can't miss, man.
And it's also going to be
viewed on 4 episodes of the Baseline Talk podcast.
4 episodes. You know how you're watching a NBA Finals game or a college championship game, and you have these commercials. You have AT&T and Verizon. Well, we don't need those commercials. We don't need those advertisements.
Right.
What we're going to do is we're going to advertise your kid.
Yep.
We're going to advertise your child.
That's right. We got thousands of views per episode. You get to be on 4 episodes.
4 episodes.
Forever. So the Baseline Talk blow up package is for you and your child.
I can't miss opportunity, man. Register.
It's my job to showcase her.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, do you think if you're not understanding, she misses out on the scholarship?
Because she doesn't get the reps that she needs. Because we're talking about AAU. You only got a month to get them together.
Right. That's true.
Let her make the mistakes.
Yeah.
The guided mistakes I can control.
Right.
I can kind of control the
Man.
mistakes.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, Coach, because I think you're a minority when it comes to that as far as high school coaches and AAU coaches. And the thing about it, what I would like to tell AAU coaches, just to keep the peace, respect the high school coaches and their craft. And, you have some that's probably on their way out, retiring, 70 years old. And if that's their philosophy and your players at that high school, you got to respect it. It got to be some type of mutual understanding and just continue to do what you
But like
do on the
everybody
flip
has
side.
roles.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I'm not a skill person.
Right.
I can
Right.
do it, but I don't like it.
Right.
I'm not gonna pretend like I like to do it.
Yeah.
Most of these
And-
AAU guys are skill guys.
And I think sometimes that gets thrown in the bucket of developing.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
It do.
saying?
It do.
So, like you said, you're not a skilled person, but that doesn't mean you're not developing.
Yep.
Right.
You know, you might be developing players in another way,
Right.
IQ-wise,
Right.
and such and such. But they maybe go to
Yeah.
Tyler Rep to get your
Yeah.
ball
Yeah,
handling.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because just knocking the high school coach or the high school knocking the AAU coach to the parents, that's just going to create a rift.
Right.
And if you're just trying to create a healthy environment and culture for the athlete, it's best to respect each other, even though you might see some flaws or some mistakes on that side or the other side, just to keep the peace. I feel like you just got to have a
It
mutual
has to
understanding.
be a healthy marriage.
That's true. Nice.
It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like success at East, it was healthy.
Yeah.
We didn't necessarily agree. My kids played everywhere, but you know.
Yeah.
Well put.
I think some of
Healthy
the programs, both AAU and high school, but I'm gonna say high school, when they understand that, they just tend to be more successful.
Right.
I was gonna say that.
They
Yeah.
just tend to be more
That's
successful
true. That's true.
historically and everything. A lot of them that have good relationships with their AAU programs just tend to have,
Because some AAU coaches get mad at the high school coach, like, I've been picking up this kid all summer. I take him back and forth. I'm getting him something to eat. I'm, have this type of relationship with this kid. And their high school coach don't do that for them. I'm kind of thinking,
But a lot of times we can't.
a
right,
lot of times you can't.
Yeah.
A lot of times you
right.
can't.
Yeah.
Rules won't even allow it.
Yeah, rules won't allow
Yeah.
it.
Right, that makes sense.
What AAU coaches can do are way more than what we
Right.
can do.
No, I mean, without a doubt, I think
Yeah.
AAU coaches need to just, understand that. Even all the way down to opening up the gym. Maybe, that's not their gym. That gym belongs to the district.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they just can't open it up without going through the proper channels. Go put in a request,
Right.
get it approved by
Right.
downtown or whatever.
Makes
so
sense.
I just can't open up the gym because she played for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that comes along with it, a lot of liabilities and things of that nature. So that you do it the proper way, maybe they can open up the gym for you.
True that.
So
True.
AAU coaches need to understand that. But I just wish there was a forum we can just all meet up and and have a few panel discussions and let's all talk, because I mean this this not beef, but this misunderstanding between each other been going on
For a long time.
For a very long
For a long time.
I mean, you know when it's gonna pick up, you know when it's gonna die down. You know
That's
it's
right.
gonna pick up, you know it's gonna die down. You know in February, AAU coach finna have tryouts doing the doing the playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah.
Right.
And in this day and age, parents record, the kid at the tryouts. And I'm like, you got a playoff game tomorrow night. You way in to try.
Right.
I don't understand it.
That's true.
But AAU coaches need to, in my opinion, you guys, how many games you play?
Oh my gosh.
Regular season.
Upwards like 30.
30.
Yeah.
You got
Schedule
30
like
games.
30. Yeah.
30
Yeah,
games.
30
Go over
games.
there, sit down, watch her play, and
Yeah.
watch her play
Enjoy.
3 or 4 times and all that stuff, and and just say, hey, when your season over with, come work out. Don't come try out. You got a playoff game.
Right.
this
That
week.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That,
I
seen you
show
play.
you the same respect though. I don't bump. I work my hardest not to bump against AAU stuff, so the kids won't have to pick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask us to play in anything in July.
Right.
That makes sense. Like I said, you're a minority, but you're a good model for high school coaches and a good bridge between both because you understand both sides. And I just feel that it needs to be more open dialogue between some of those more stern high school coaches that, this is how they want it done. They intentionally, scheduling practices or not intentionally not open up the gym because they don't like this program or that program. I mean,
Intentionally not playing the player because they play for this program.
that's true. That's another topic.
Yeah.
That's another
You
topic.
play for
Like,
such and such. I don't like the way they play. They don't teach them right. So
yeah, should high school coaches let them kind of decide where they go, or if they do have like a little alliance, or they kind of, I like this program and I like my kids playing for this program. Is that okay?
I mean, I give them the options. I give them all options on the table, and you make the best decision for you.
Right.
If a parent wants to come ask me, hey, she's here, what do you think she needs? Because I've been around and I kind of know what a kid may need, what a program they may need.
Because it can work the opposite way.
Yeah.
The AAU coach can say, don't go to that high school, go over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
I ain't gonna say it can. It does work.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some.
Yeah.
Y'all know there's some. There's some like transfer here. Go play for this. We already don't.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true because they do sometimes get that type of influence.
Yeah, get that type of influence.
It's there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's
there on both sides.
It's both sides.
It's both sides.
Yeah, it's on both sides. Don't go play for this club from the high school and from the AAU program. Don't go to this high school. Go to that one. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel high school coaches need to educate themselves on the differences of teams. What's the difference between this program versus this program? Because you may have a big time player and you might have an alliance with a program, but that player might just be bigger than that program that you're trying to send her to or know.
Right.
And she needs to really go elsewhere.
Right.
And then it might be another player on your team that fits that category.
Right.
So if you don't know where this caliber player should go versus this caliber player, I think they need some education.
I've seen where this season, high schools. Forgive me for laughing. I'm gonna take that back. High school coaches sent kids that's on their freshman team to EYBL tryouts.
Yeah.
I didn't say EYBL teams. Like go try out for the EYBL team. You on the freshman team. This the EYBL.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
Yeah, that don't make. Come on, you don't even want it on your JV or varsity. Let's just go ahead and it's
that's where they got to educate themselves.
No, you don't need to play in the go over and play with that club over there where you can get a little bit more You know, because they play against different type of competition. You know, the EYBL gonna suck you up. You know,
it's levels to
there's
this.
levels to this. You
Yeah.
know? So,
But I think a lot of coaches, I mean, I'm guilty of this, of having that honest conversation.
Right.
You know, I've learned that through the years. Like, that's a tough conversation.
that's a tough conveation.
to
I can
have.
imagine. Yeah.
Even you've had varsity kids that think that they need to play here, and
exactly.
you're like, hey, sweetie,
Yeah.
this ain't, I'm going to tell you, go in that gym. It's not what you want.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
going to be something you ain't.
Right, that's not what you want.
Right. Like, but it's a tough, like, I've had to grow into having
Yeah, it is a tough.
those
Yeah, it's tough conversation, especially with a parent that's thinking on this level with their child. You know. Yeah.
And that happens at all levels.
Yeah.
JV, varsity,
Yeah.
freshmen were like, but if I can tell anything, the coaches have those conversations.
Yeah, that's
Are they needed?
Oh, you have to have them. I learned that at soccer.
Even if it
football.
kind
You
of steps
have
on the
to.
toes of the parents, you got to be honest, huh?
I learned that. Number one thing I learned from South Oak Cliff,
Mm.
Jason Todd, having those uncomfortable conversations.
Did you say football?
Football.
Football head coach.
Oh,
Two-time state champion.
Yeah. That
it's a
uncomfortable
reason.
conversation.
that's the reason he's having those conversations.
Oh, early.
Yes.
He's having them.
Yeah.
And the kids make the decision. You know, they know where they're at.
Yeah.
They make the
Yes.
decision.
Yes.
And I think sometimes we're scared
Yeah.
because you think we're going to lose the kid.
Yeah, and then these parents be having such high
Yes.
expectations. Sometimes it's probably so hard trying to bust their bubble because they be still having them in the summer, Corey. Like you say, they played on the freshman team,
Right.
But just because they
going
played,
to the SEC team camp,
Yeah.
going to the SEC Elite camp.
Please do
yeah,
not get started
and
about
just
kids.
because they playing on your AAU team, they feel like, oh, we're about to get a scholarship.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's
Nah,
lots of that.
Yeah. You're right.
And like even with me, the conversations changed with the portal.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just in like 3
Yes.
years.
yeah, that's
Kids that I know would have got something
are not getting anything.
are not getting anything.
Man, we got some real special stuff coming up in July. I mean, I know July is evaluation period, but Corey,
Right.
I think you hit it right on the nose with this one, Corey.
Man, we listened, we heard, and it ain't right, man. These events been coming in to Dallas Fort Worth and just ripping the parents' pocketbooks apart, bro. $91 at the gate.
At the door.
Yeah,
Man, parents, if you tired of paying those,
$70 at the door per person for the 5-year-old and all that other stuff. That ain't cool. Not after you don't pay $7.95 for the team to get in, but hey, we listened, we heard, and now we got a solution.
man, if you tired of paying those high admission prices at the door, we have something special for you. We have something called the main court.
The main court.
The main court. And what this is, it's $250 per team entry.
per team.
$250 per team.
Uh-huh.
And guess what? That ain't it. Man, my man Corey just kind of put his head down and thought about this, and guess what you get with this $250? You get 10 free passes. 10 free entry passes to the tournament. Weekend passes. Can you pass that up? I don't care if you're a boys team, if you're a girls team. This is a can't miss event. You can get better, work on your skill set, and pay a low price to watch your daughter play or son.
That's right. The main event is the weekend in between both of the girls' viewing periods. In July, it's going to have Division II, Division III, NAIA, JUCO coaches there. They will be in the house. $250 first class event. So click here for more details. It's coming your way.
Register now.
And you have to tell them, like, hey, baby.
Okay, this is my question. Do you think it will change? Because they're still going to have the portal, but do you think it'll change when the COVID extra years are over?
I think the extra year kind of put a hurt on.
That
put a hurt on.
Yeah,
So was it everybody that was in
2020
Yeah.
got an extra year?
got an extra year.
I was in school.
Yeah,
So that should be matriculating out
Yes.
yeah, like still got to go through next year.
by now. Next year. Okay.
Yeah,
And then it
because they
should
get
be
5.
gone,
Yeah,
right?
then it should be gone.
Yeah, that hurt kids.
Yeah, that hurt kids. They basically got 6 years to
Yeah.
do 5, I think.
Yeah, that hurt a lot.
Yeah.
It did.
Of kids.
It did, man. So I'm still wondering, like, will it shake back a little bit, or will it still be tough?
Well, see, that's why I kept, every time it's brought up, I'm saying it should be beneficial to high school kids.
Yeah, it should go back in its natural order.
Because if we all know, I'm just gonna say, if 500 go in the portal, 500 don't come out.
Right.
So they had a scholarship when they went in. Let's say 500 went in, 450 came out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that should be 50 more scholarships for high school kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but you know, we're still waiting on that fifth year
that
to
COVID.
matriculate out. You know,
Yeah.
and until they matriculate out, we're gonna have this problem. But when they matriculate out, everybody that jumps in the portal that don't get anything, that scholarship gotta go to a high school kid.
Yeah, because you got 18-year-olds competing with a 23-year-old.
Yeah, 23-year-old,
for the
24-year-old.
scholarship.
Yeah, for a scholarship.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose that.
I mean, look at
every
the
time.
men's Final Four.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's true.
Shoot, the women's.
Yeah, the women's.
Yeah, I remember Lex graduated high school 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Dang.
2017. Yeah, and she playing in 2023. That's 6 years later.
Yeah.
So that's
no wonder she took over the game.
Yeah. She sees it.
yeah. She sees it.
Yeah.
She sees it. Cause see, Angel Reese would be gone right now. Like, she wouldn't be awarded to come back right now.
Because this
That
would be
was
her
the case.
fourth year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Would it?
Like, I think this was a fourth or fifth year. This year was
This
her
would
fourth.
be her. This year would
Was
be
it?
her fourth.
This year coming up?
Yeah.
Or, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's all like this year
Okay.
coming up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know when she went to Maryland.
She was she
played a
was
year at Maryland,
2019 class.
See, 2019.
Yeah, she 2019.
So she should be.
Yeah, 2024. This will be her last year.
Oh, okay.
If it wasn't COVID.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. If it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that's somebody's scholarship. That's a high school kid scholarship right there.
They don't even look at high school kids really when you're having this conversation.
No, they don't.
That's
Because they're trying to get better, that quick fix, or
Yeah,
trying to get to the
right.
Final Four. Because, with that portal stuff in this COVID year, I think even in men's basketball, you had these teams like going deep, like, what was that? The school from Florida, I think that was in that Florida Atlantic.
Yeah.
They went to the national championship.
right.
I don't think, if it wasn't for COVID years, I don't think Florida Atlantic would have been in the championship.
Yeah, no.
And then there was another team that just barely missed out. I think they beat to get there. It was one of those teams that are unlikely,
Yeah.
No,
Created parity.
It's creative parity, but it'll all shift back out. I think this is the last year of the extended year from COVID, and hopefully these high school kids, the logjam will free up.
Do you think it change the portal stuff though? Because you can just create super teams every year. Like, you can just go get the Iowa kid, put it with Angel Reed. Like, if you a big dog, you can just make you a LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh team every year.
So this goes back to what you talked about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's relationships.
Yeah.
So which Mulkey probably out relationship everybody this year. She has those relationships with those players. No players got relationship with other players, and it just led her to getting the number one recruiting class out of the portal again. Out again this year.
Again.
Let's take the traditional Duke men's basketball team. It's a different way of coaching today. Part of that coaching is having the skill set to have a great, outstanding relationship. Or else you'll get out recruited by Florida Atlantic.
Yeah.
But that's where you see where like Coach K leaving.
Yep.
Bayham, like you're seeing kind of those. You can hear Calipari's kind of struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
You're seeing
you are.
way
You are.
of those blue buds
Right.
kind of like
Right.
Right.
Because to be honest, now you're basically managing a team. Like,
You're managing it.
some of the coaching is kind of going out the door because you're not like Coach Mulkey. them kids weren't freshmen where she cultivated them.
Right.
I mean, like maybe her last 2 championships, it was a lot of
Season.
portal play
Yeah.
with those championships, season play. And I mean,
But I think high school coaches became that as management.
yeah.
Is that coming down the pipe with the transfer in UIL?
It's not gonna go through.
It's not going to
it's
go.
not.
Yeah, it's not gonna go through.
Okay.
But it's still a management.
Yeah, it is.
You're managing personalities.
Yeah,
like
you
there's
are.
these really talented programs. It's management.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are inheriting freshmen that you kind of cultivate
Are you really
throughout their
though?
career. I mean, because really, what is based on where you live, right? What school is on you and
Is it really?
for the most part. Yeah, it's not really, but
But it's still
but you're right.
You're managing personality.
Yeah, you are managing.
Yeah.
You're managing personality, you're managing parents. When you
Yeah.
get to this
Yeah.
top tier,
Yeah,
it's
Oh yeah.
It's different.
Home run.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Well, at all levels, I think you're still managing personalities
Yeah, you
and
manage
everything because it doesn't. You can lose if you're not the top tier. You can lose your top player. Because you don't have a good relationship with him or her, and that'll destroy you.
Yeah, you're right.
They'll be at a top
right.
tier.
You're right.
Top tier program.
and these kids have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the Candaces and the Jadas and
Right, yeah.
we're the
I told
TikTok
somebody I was just so
generation.
blessed that I was part of that, of that era.
I'm blessed. That's who I started with.
Right.
Yeah.
Like those kids.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, I just don't know what it's like to see those practices and those tournaments.
Yeah.
Those
And then,
games.
it has changed. But then I look at some players like the great ones. They're kind of equivalent to the great ones. Back in the day when I look at the kid from Iowa, I know times has changed. You got what they say, those kids entitlement.
Yeah.
But when I look at like Angel Reese and Caitlin, and I be like, okay, she's comparable to
XYZ.
yeah, XYZ from back in the day. I just feel like it's more of an adjustment now on our part because sometimes we look at entitlement because we be like pissed off about social media, be pissed off like, oh, that's up, but shit, that's
the world we live in.
yeah, that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Like Angel Reese is even a perfect example. Like sometimes I feel that they're damn near ahead of us from that aspect. Because I'm looking at her just monetize herself.
Right.
Like I'm like, damn.
Right.
Now I'm catching up with like, okay, now that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, that's why she was doing that. Because at the same time, I feel like we, continue as coaches. We got to continue to be innovative and learn how things and change. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, change. So
Yeah, because on both sides, AAU space and the high school
Yeah.
space, we get stuck in our way.
Right.
We get stuck in the way of coaching in 2008 or 2005. That don't work today.
Yeah, and see, you being a computer programmer, you kind of relate to it as well.
Right. Yeah. You're not nobody developing code from 1988. It's just
Right.
those jobs are gone. That code is gone. It's been
Right.
replaced by something else. 10 years ago, then 10 years from now, that's going to be replaced by something. So you always have to be, up on your game, or you'll get left out. And, I think that those that managed to that was there in that era that managed to change, are successful at it, and those that don't want to change, your days either you're gone or your days are numbered.
Because in a way, we kind of stubborn to it, but at the same time, we change
Right.
because
No,
we
you
know we got
have
to.
to.
Yeah.
You have to just to survive.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
You have to.
yeah.
We used to say like, no, I'm not gonna do that, but no. You see old school posting something on Twitter about,
Facts.
I
I mean,
mean,
like shit.
We
The
used to,
podcast wasn't important 10 years ago, man. We
But
got
that's
to change with the time.
I mean, like jury in practice used to get on my nerves, but now I'm like, hey,
Yeah, that might be an NIL
Right.
deal for somebody.
Like, hey, you got it. Wear it. Like, it used to be a thing for me. But
Right.
now it's like, okay.
Kids with tattoos, you know, that'd have been like cover that up.
Yes.
You won't have no kids today.
Yeah.
So won't.
That
won't
used
have
to
none.
bother me.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
You better change.
Yeah,
Justin,
you gotta go.
Justin,
I'll go over here where she'll let me play with these tattoos.
Hey, quickly.
Yeah. But I think JJ, Coach Linson, man, you had some. First of all, again, congratulations on your
Congratulations.
and I'm gonna say congratulations in advance on your promotion to athletic administration. That's coming down the
Let's
pipe.
claim
You know
that.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
claim
claim
it.
it.
Claim
Let's claim
that.
it.
Let's
And
claim it.
everything, but I appreciate you. We appreciate you
Man,
shedding
it's a
light
pleasure.
on bridging that relationship between AAU
Nice,
programs and
nice.
high school programs, because you have operated in that space on both sides. It's there's a lot of content for high school coaches and club coaches that you shared with us on how you was able to bridge that gap and everything. We really appreciate you coming out and everything. And if you got anything else you want to share with
Got the tournament coming up. You know,
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. Okay, so last year I did it at South Oak Cliff, but it moves with me. So don't
Okay,
get Wylie.
moves with you.
So it is the opening weekend of girls basketball.
Okay.
So it's the 3rd and the 4th.
Okay.
And we bring the best in one gym.
Okay.
And you get at it. You want the smoke?
Okay.
You get the smoke.
Yes,
get the smoke.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So at Wylie High School this
Wylie
year,
High
what's the
this
name
year.
of it? What's the name of it?
I don't know. We don't have a name yet.
Oh, okay.
But it's the 3rd and the 4th.
Yeah,
Third
it's
and-
the
November
3rd and the 4th.
Okay.
You gonna come, you want the smoke, you get the smoke. Last year we had Liberty, Amarillo, Lubbock Cooper,
Mm.
Capel. Yes,
Houston?
those people. Austin High.
Mm.
She didn't come last year. She didn't come from Houston.
Okay.
The year before
The
she
year
came.
before she came.
Yes,
Oh.
the
Yeah,
year
yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah.
We had
Nice.
Cedar Hill.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had,
So
it goes
they
down.
contact you if they were in.
Yes,
know,
they
if
can
they want-
contact me if they want to get their high school team
Okay,
in
okay,
it.
okay.
We still
Thank
got spots. It's like you can come out, you can watch all day. Games will start at 11 o'clock in
Nice.
the morning and just run all day.
Nice, coach.
When you gonna have a name for it?
You know what? Y'all could probably help me brainstorm something.
Yeah. We won't put it.
I mean,
in the,
y'all need to come and like interview kids.
Yeah.
Interview
we gonna be
teams.
there.
Have a little podcast.
Yeah, we'll set up. That we we mobile. We'll set it up.
Right.
Yeah, we
Y'all
mobile.
set
We
up
mobile.
something.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
We can make it something.
We'll
I
make
don't
it
know.
happen.
Baseline shootout, maybe. I don't know.
Man,
Oh,
that'd
we
be
can
nice.
title sponsor it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Title
we can,
sponsor.
we can talk about it.
Okay. That's what's up.
We
That's
can
what's
get it
up,
going.
coach. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, man.
It's all about having something for girls.
Yeah,
That's
support my
right.
girl,
Yeah.
Coach Linson at Wylie High School.
Yeah.
Like my man say, if you enjoy the content that we bring, please like and please subscribe to the Baseline Talk podcast.
Like, share, subscribe, comment. We appreciate you guys. Thank you once again, Coach JJ.
I thank y'all for having me. I hope
All right. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in once again. This is episode number 18.
Hi, Baseline Talk family, man. We like to appreciate you guys once again for tuning in to this episode.
We appreciate you. We were grateful for everything. We're grateful for the feedback and just keep the love. Just keep showing love, and we just want to provide for you guys, give you the best information that we possibly can, and we just want to thank y'all for listening, and thank y'all for liking, and thank y'all for subscribing.
We appreciate you, and tune in next Thursday to the next episode.